I think if I start Zoom, maybe I'll find out. Okay, let's get started. So we'll start in Shavasana relaxation pose today. Release that bolster over to one side. And release all the way down on the mat. Yin is very restorative practice where we hold stretches for 2-3 minutes each. Over your head, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, start releasing your hands over your head. And then slowly and gently grab opposite elbows. Start relaxing your shoulders down, relaxing your elbows down. And then lift your shoulder blades, lift your head off the floor and slowly roll onto your right side. Release all the way down. We're moving into banana pose. Start moving your feet over to your right towards the edge of the mat. See how far you can go. And gently close your eyes. Start feeling that deep stretch in the left side of your body, your torso, area about your hip, your shoulder blade, your tummy, your upper arm, side of your thigh. Maybe bring your left foot over your right foot, crisscross your ankles. If you wish to intensify that stretch a little bit more. Now feeling the deeper stretch in the left side. Allowing your body to lengthen, relax, and restore. Good. Slowly lift your shoulder blades and release back in the middle. Step your left foot over to the left and step your right foot a little bit closer. Moving on your left side, lift your shoulder blades and head and release over to your left. Move your left foot over to the left and move your right foot towards your left foot. Start feeling that stretch in the right side of your body. And a deep stretch. Breathe in normally as you ease into that stretch. And then bring your right foot over your left foot, crisscross your ankles. Feeling that stretch deeper in the whole right side of your body. Tuning in. And allowing your mind, body and spirit to rest, restore, and reconnect within you. Stepping away from the busy life, recharging your batteries, reconnecting with your true nature. Good. Slowly lift back up. Release back in the middle and step your right foot over to the right. Step your left foot towards your right foot. Straighten out your hands above your head and start reaching all the way up. Fingertips are reaching away from you. And then your toes are reaching all the way down, stretching your whole entire body there. And someone is pulling you through your wrists all the way up. And someone is pulling you through your ankles all the way down. Deepening into that stretch. Good. Bend your knees, lift your knees over your head and hug your knees. Use both hands. Bring your knees as close towards your chest as you can and hold there, massaging your spine, massaging your lower back. And then bring your hands on top of your knees, move your knees away from you, open them out and bring them back in the middle, and again away, out and in. Couple more. Change direction, bring your knees in, out and back. Good. From here, drop your feet down on the floor and move your hips over to your right. And then bend your knees again and start releasing your knees across over to your left. Bringing your left hand over your right knee and then sliding your right hand diagonally across to gaze over your right side. By moving your hips slightly to the right, we're deepening that stretch in your torso, in your digestive system. Holding there for a few deep breaths. Maybe you wish to intensify that stretch, in which case you would lift your knees slightly off, back up, and then move your right knee over your left knee and hinge your right knee over your left thigh. And start releasing your knees back down. And then bring your hands into cactus pose, bending your elbows 90 degrees. And then turning your head to gaze over your right side. Feeling that deeper stretch in your whole entire body. Slowly start lifting back up. Move your right knee over to the right, hug your knees into chest. And then slowly release your feet down on the floor. Move your hips over to your left. Take your feet off the floor and start releasing your knees across over to your right. Bring your right hand over your left knee and slide your left hand diagonally across, turning your head and hold in there for a few deep breaths. Beautiful twist in your spine. Detoxifying your digestive system. Hearing sounds around you, birds singing, music playing. Hear the sound of your breath. Sound of your heart beating gently. You're relaxing and easing into this stretch. And maybe lift your knees slightly higher. And then bring your left knee over your right knee, crisscrossing your knees. And then release your knees in this position. And then bend your elbows 90 degrees, both cactus hands. And turn your head to gaze over your left side. Deepening into that stretch. Very detoxifying, relaxing pose. As we're detoxifying physically, emotionally and mentally. Bringing yourself back into the practice. If your mind starts wandering around, you don't need to rush anywhere. It's your time to refresh, and let go. Slowly start lifting your knees back up, back into Uttanasana. Hug your knees into chest there. And then slowly bring the soles of your feet together, knees nice and wide, reclined butterfly pose. And then from here, bring your hands on your chest, right hand on your heart, left hand on top. And start feeling the heat from your palms. Relaxing your knees. Feeling that stretch inside your thighs. And charging your heart, your chest with love, compassion, and relaxation. Good. Slowly release your elbows down, release your hands down, palms facing up. And feel that sensation in your palms, in your wrists, as they're charged with love, compassion, and joy. Good. From here, slowly and gently start lifting your head up and start underneath your shoulders as you lift. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders, lift all the way up. And then from here, grab your feet with both hands, lift your chest, lift your spine, lift your upper back. And then start bending your elbows, start releasing your chest low. Maybe bring your elbows in front of your shins. And start releasing lower and lower. See how far you can go. Draw your belly button in. Feeling the deep stretch. Couple more deep breaths here. And then slowly and gently start lifting all the way up. Good. Now grabbing your bolster and sliding it behind your back. Good. And again, bring the soles of your feet together, knees nice and wide. And then start releasing your elbows down on the bolster. Move the bolster because your bolster should be roughly underneath your shoulder blades. And then slightly and slowly start releasing your spine down, trunk your shoulders towards your ears, and start releasing your shoulders behind. Again, maybe move your bolster up and down, and lift your hands over your head and bring your hands underneath your head, interlace your fingers, and start releasing your head and elbows and shoulders, nice and low behind. This is a beautiful pose for your spine, for your chest. Lengthening your spine. In the current world, we're spending so much time sitting in front of a computer, in the car, or maybe our job entails our posture to be. Not aligned well. So this is a lovely asana to open your chest, stretch your spine, and let go. Good. Slowly start lifting all your left leg and support yourself with your elbows. Slide your elbows, shoulders, lift up. Do you feel what I feel? And then slide your sit bones backwards, lift yourself up. I feel like I can't even. Bring your hands on top of your thighs. And then very slowly counter pose, forward fold. Pointing your feet nice and high, start sliding your hands forward. Releasing your head, chest, everything low. Maybe with every exhale you can slowly deepen into that stretch in the back of your legs. Good. Slowly start lifting up. We're going to go on our fours. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. From here, slide your hands towards your knees and lift yourself all the way up, standing up on your knees. Opening your chest, open your shoulders, and then shrunk your shoulders towards your ears. Breathe in. Exhale, release through your back. Release. Out, step your hips forward until your right knee is over your right foot. You can double your mat underneath your left knee if you need to, because we'll be standing there for a while. You can also grab a blanket if you need to. And then when you're ready, bring your right hand on top of your right knee, bring your left hand on top of your right hand. Start opening your chest, opening your shoulders, and turning your head, gazing up. Feeling that deep stretch in front of your left thigh. Stretching your right hip. Opening your chest. Either stay there or bring your hands behind your lower back, interlace your fingers, index fingers are pointing away from you. Releasing your hands all the way down on the floor. Hold there, feeling that stretch in the right side of your hip, lengthening your chest, gazing forward. Untuck your left foot behind. Start lifting yourself all the way up. And then lift your hand over your head, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, start turning over to your left, releasing that left hand behind. And with your left hand, grab the back of your left heel. Start tilting your hips forward again. Lift your right hand over your head and release your head behind. Tilting forward, gaze into your left side. Perfect. Excellent work. A few deep breaths here. And slowly lift back up towards the front of the mat. Untuck your left foot behind and start sitting all the way down towards the back of your left heel. Slide your right heel towards you. You have two options. Either sit on the heel or sit inside your left foot. So depending on whichever feels more comfortable for you. And then take a deep breath and lift your hands over your head. And start releasing your hands down, deepening into that stretch in the back of your right leg. Hold in there, counter pose. Great for your spine, your hamstrings, your shoulders. from here, start moving your hands over to your right. Bring your right hand on the right side, left hand on the left side. Take a deep breath in and start bending your elbows, release low. Slowly start lifting all the way up. Lean over to your left, bend your right knee, bring your right foot behind. We're going to go back on our fours. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And then slide your hands towards your knees, start lifting all the way up. Shrunk your shoulders at the top. A couple more times. Double your mat underneath your right knee. Good. From here, left hand goes on your left knee, right hand goes atop. Breathe in. Exhale, start tilting your hips forward, open your chest, open your shoulders. Make sure your left foot is underneath your left knee. Open your chest and gaze up. You can also close your eyes, whichever you prefer. Yin is a very internal practice. So feel free to close your eyes whilst we're holding postures. To really bring your attention into those asanas. Heal internally. Feeling the sensations as your body releases energy and emotions that are spent. And maybe bring your hands behind your lower back, interlace your fingers. Index fingers are pointing away from you. And slowly drop both hands down on the floor. Low lunge, gaze forward. And start sitting back on your right heel or inside your right foot, your choice. Slowly and gently slide your left foot closer, sit behind. And then start walking your hands forward as you release into forward fold towards your left foot. Maybe grab your left foot if your flexibility allows you to. Hold in there for a few deep breaths. And start walking your hands over to your left, turning over to the left. Breathe in. Exhale, bend your elbows and release low. Good. Slowly lift back out and back. When I'm teaching relaxing practice, I'm like blah, 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 blah. Sit on your left hip and then move your right knee and your right foot behind, and then bend your left knee and bring your left foot inside your right thigh. Good. Breathe in, lift your sit bones off the floor and release them back down. Grab your block and place it in front of your left shin. And then start releasing your hands down on the block. Lift your chest, lift your spine, lift your upper back, and start sliding that block forward. Maybe you could release your elbows down on the block underneath your shoulders. Start feeling that stretch in your hip. And maybe release your elbows on each side of the block. Slide your block forward and release your forehead down on the block or on the floor as you slide your hands forward and forward, further away from you. Feeling that deep stretch in the left side of your hip. And then we're going to move into pigeon pose from here, lifting your hands all the way up. In front of you, lifting your sit bones off the floor and start sliding your right leg behind. Good. Start releasing your elbows down on the floor. And then releasing your hands one on top of each other and rest your forehead on top of your hands. A deep stretch in the left side of your hip. Good. Slowly lift back up. And moving even further, bring your left hand over to the left palm is facing down. Slide your right hand across over to your left. And as you release your right shoulder down on the floor, release your head on top of your right shoulder. Support yourself with your left hand to make sure your hips are parallel to the floor. So release your right ear on your right shoulder. Perfect, yeah. Gazing over to your left. Excellent. Breath. slowly start sliding your hands underneath your shoulders, lift up in a high pigeon. Sit over to your left side and straighten out your right leg through your right side. Straighten out your left leg and rotate your ankles clockwise and anti-clockwise. Good. Shimmy up. Elbows down on the floor underneath your shoulders. Correct the position of your sit bones if you need to. And start releasing your elbows on each side of the block. And release your forehead down on the block, on the floor. Slide your hands forward. Start tuning into that stretch on the right side of your hip. Good. Start lifting up. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders and transition into shoulders. And slide your left foot behind. Shimmy your left foot behind until you release into a full pigeon. Start releasing into Sphinx. Elbows underneath your shoulders first. And then release your hands one on top of each other. Rest your forehead on top of your hands there. And then lift your head up, start moving your elbows over to the right and bring your right hand on the right side, spread your fingers, right hand serves as support, and slide your left hand diagonally over to the right and start releasing your left ear on top of your left upper hand. Start feeling the deeper stretch on the right side of your hip. Hold in there for a few deep breaths. If you still can't feel any part of your right leg, then start lifting yourself all the way up. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. And then sit over to your right side and swing your left leg through. Bringing your knees, tagging your knees and sliding from side to side. Step your feet as wide as a mat. Bring your hands into cactus, bending your elbows 90 degrees, palms facing up. Breathe in. As you exhale, drop your knees over to your right. Turn your head and gaze over to your left. Feeling that nice long stretch in your thighs, in your chest, in your tummy. You're welcome to close your eyes and allow yourself to let go. Good, lifting your knees back up, breathe in. As you breathe out, drop your knees over to your left, turn your head over to your right. One final stretch before we go into relaxation. Good, lifting your knees back up. And then slide your right leg straight, slide your left leg straight. Release your hands by your sides, palms facing up. Lift your sit bones off the floor a couple of inches and release back down. Lift your shoulder blades off the floor and release back down. Gently close. And start welcoming complete relaxation. Into every cell and every part of your body. Slowly and gently scanning your body. Feel that harmony and balance. Energetic body. In your body. Where you're capable of whatever comes to your mind. The world with no attachments, no fear, no suffering. The world of limitlessness. Deep breath, trust your body. Keep your eyes closed. And then slowly and gently start lifting yourself all the way up into cross-legged Sukhasana meditation pose. And then bring your palms towards your face, towards your eyes, and take a deep breath in through your nose. And say out. And again, breathe in. One last time. Gently spread your fingers, open your eyes, and release into prayer. We'll thank each other for sharing this practice. Namaste. So long. I actually love Yin